And then one other thing we're going to cover today, and you guys are going to probably hit me over the head for even looking at this, but I was sent a video by Stellium 7, right? You guys know Mike. He's the guy that does the, kind of like the mud flood stuff, but he's looking at the investigations of these things being giant, like pachyderms or
Hearts of Stone and the Titan Mongo
exactly.
Titan.
Yeah, him.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So he sent me a video, and it was pretty interesting. Where the heck is it? Where is it? Anyway. Oh, come on. There it is. Okay. So, and it is about concave Earth. And of course, well, if anybody's been around in this community for long, they have, of course, either heard of or run across the infamous Lord Stephen Christ, right?
Peace be upon him.
Yeah. Is he
still
dead
around?
or in jail? I don't know.
He's one of those two.
Yeah,
or,
I don't know.
Or banned from the internet. One or the other. I think he was already banned from the internet one time.
Well, yeah, he's been in prison, twice for threatening the president, right?
Right.
That's just not smart, It's
not the smart move. No.
Yeah, it's unbelievable. So anyway, yeah, so Mike sent me this video. There's actually two of them. This is the shortened version, Concave Earth in a nutshell. And then, of course, there's a much longer one that is 6 hours and 10 minutes.
Oh, wow. And
I actually started watching the 6 hour and 10 minutes one because when I was watching this video, I will say one thing about Lord Stephen Christ, other than he's a nut job, he is exceedingly talented at graphics, right? He's a fantastic graphic artist. But he's also got a lot of these things really figured out. I really do believe that. I was amazed at how many things he was talking about, what's going on with the glass and lightning discharges and all this stuff. He's really got this all figured out. And what was really interesting is it was falling in line with Cammie's research. I mean, point by point by point. I was just sitting there blown away going, wow. And Cammie's like, well, maybe
so what's the difference then? It's just that he thinks that the Earth is concave? Is that it?
Yeah, he thinks it's concave, essentially.
Okay. So it's not a lot of difference. Is it a big deal?
Well, we're inside of a ball, not on the outside of a ball. Everything's opposite, right? Instead of the gravity pulling us towards the center, the gravity's pulling you towards away.
Yeah, but does he not realize that you still would have to see curvature?
Yes.
Concave curvature, right?
The other way. So the ocean is actually look out towards the horizon, the ocean is bending upwards.
We just never see it.
No.
Well, he says and this is actually interesting because he came up with an explanation that is actually plausible. And it has to do with the magnetic fields and the way that they're bending the light. Now, obviously, even if the light was bending, if the Earth was actually going up, but the light was bending it so it appeared to be, straight, these tests like force the line or whatever would reveal that. And this is one of the reasons that, one of the very first people that came out suggesting something like Brian Mullins force the line or force the level. And I forgot what he called it, but it came from a guy named Cyrus Teed. And he actually set out to build this thing down off of an island off of Texas somewhere, off of Galveston. I can't remember the name of the island. But so he went down there and they actually started to construct this thing. And I don't know, I think like a year went by or something like that. And he came out on a video and said, you know what, this just isn't plausible. It's just not doable to be able to do this. For multiple reasons. Not that the idea wouldn't work, but it was too much of a construction nightmare, according to him. And so he conceded on that and said, well, so much for that, and gave up on it, right? So, and I don't remember because it's been years since that actually happened, but, the idea was very sound in that it was a force the level type of experiment. Well, not experiment, but whatever you want to call it. You got to be careful with that word experiment, or some people have a cow. But and so he just basically gave up on it, and then I think he threatened the president again and wound up in jail, and we haven't heard from him ever since. So there's this guy Cellular Cosmogony that has kind of, taken on his work and, using a lot of his old graphics and stuff, and the way that it's edited together, it actually made a lot of sense. I was very, very impressed. And there's a lot of little, really good snippets that are in here that I think technically he has correct. And I'll be sharing those, at later shows. But yeah, I never thought I would ever say this, but and I'm certainly not promoting that the world is concave, but these videos are actually really good. As far as the production value, his technical explanations really do make a lot of sense. And I never thought in a million years I would ever say that, because, like I said, he's a complete nut job.
Well, what's his technical explanation for fluid statics?
I don't know.
All right, I just game set match, bro. Fluid statics, but you still got the same problem the globe has.
No, I was impressed with how he was describing the static electricity and sprites and elves and how they're interacting with the firmament, right? Which is really cool. But and that seemed to go right down the line with everything that I have kind of visualized it. I haven't actually done any formal, proposal of that, but it made a lot of sense to me. So anyway, it's just something that's there. And like I said, his graphics are fantastic. So it's definitely very visually stimulating if you want to watch these things.